Good evening and welcome to our alternative audio coverage of Rotherham United against Cardiff City in the EFL Championship. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and you are listening to the Commentary Hub. And for both teams, this is a very important match. Whoever wins is mathematically guaranteed safety in the Championship for next season. And whoever loses will be in even more danger of being relegated to League One. Of being relegated to League One. The teams from 19th to 22nd in the Championship separated by 3 points, with Reading the last of those teams. The game was initially meant to be played on the 18th of March, but was rained off in the second half, forcing the game to be abandoned. We'll get more into the nitty-gritty of the news ahead of kickoff. But now we're going to go through the lineup, starting with Rotherham, with Victor Johansson, number 1 in goal. Then the rest of the team made up of number 2, Wes Harding, number 3, Cohen Bramall, number 4, Connor Coventry, number 6, the captain, Richard Wood, number 10, Jordan Hugill, number 11, Chidozie Ogbene, number 16, Jamie Lindsay, number 18, Ollie Rathbone, number 21, Lee Peltier, and number 24, Cameron Humphreys. For Coventry, in goal, for Cardiff, in goal is number 21, Jack Anick, number 2, Marlon Romeo, number 5, Mark McGuinness, number 6, Ryan Wintle, number 8, the captain, Joe Rawls, number 9, Kion Etete, number 11, Callum O'Dowda, number 23, Cedric Kipre, number 25, Jaden Philogene, number 38, Perry Ing, and number 48, Sori Kabar. Rotherham have not won their last 4 games. Their last win was a 3-1 victory at home against West Bromwich Albion on the 7th of April. This could work. So coming back home to the ACL New York Stadium could give them fresh hopes, as only Luton Town have kept them from scoring across their last 6 home matches. Cardiff, on the other hand, have picked up 7 out of the last 15 available points, although a real headache for manager Sabri Lamouchi is that regular goalkeeper Ryan Allsop does not start due to a season-ending injury, which is why he is replaced by Jack Anick. In terms of other changes, Rotherham have made quite a few changes themselves, with Rathbone in place of Tyler Blackett, and Dominigos Kina is on the subs, and Dominigos Kina is on the subs bench. Tariq Fosu Henry is also among the is also among the substitutes. As for Cardiff, their lineup remains pretty much unchanged, except that with the exception of Callum O'Dowda in place of Romain Sawyers. So we are now just a few minutes from kickoff. We'll let you know the formations as and when we get them. And there is another coming up tomorrow is a crucial championship match for two clubs at both ends of the table. It's Blackpool against Millwall. Join myself and John JB Stottard for what could be John myself and John JB Stottard for a crucial match tomorrow for what could be a corker of a match at Bloomfield Road. Jaden Philo-Ginay could impress tonight. 5 goals in 35 appearances this season. Although amazingly, Sori Kabar has scored 8 in only 14 this season, and he is on loan from Danish side Midtjylland. Anyway, the players are now at the foot of the tunnel, and they'll be getting ready to come out onto the pitch in around a couple of minutes time. Richard Wood was not among the team last week, but he takes his regular place as captain in place of Jordan Hugill, who was captain in Rotherham United's last match, a 2-1 defeat against Bristol City. The players are now coming out of the tunnel and have made their way onto the pitch, being greeted by most sets of fans, the majority of which should be for Rotherham United, though there are quite a few Cardiff City fans in there as well. Match officials for tonight, but before we do so, we'll go through the teams. Rotherham are playing in a 3-4-2 are in a 4-2-3-1 formation, I think it is, with Johansson in goal, then Peltier, Humphreys, and Wood in back. And now for Cardiff, they are now in a 5-3-2 formation. Anik in goal, then Romeo in, Kipre, McGuinness, O'Dowda. In defence with Philo-Ginay, Winsell and Rawls in the 3 midfielders. The 2 forwards, Etete and Kabar. And as I touched on the substitutes a little earlier, we'll mention them now. For Rotherham, the reserve goalkeeper, number 26, Robbie Hemfrey, number 7, Tariq Fosu, number 8, Ben Wiles, number 12, Georgie Kelly, number 17, Shane Ferguson, number 29, Leo Hjalde, and number 40, Dominigos Kina. For Cardiff, number 28, the reserve goalkeeper, Rohan Luthra, number 10, Shay Ojo, and number 19, Romain Sawyers, number 26, Jack Simpson, number 29, Mark Harris, number 31, Connor Wickham, back after a lengthy spell of injury, and number 35, Andy Rinomota. Wes Harding has made over 40 appearances this season. A joint record for Rotherham this season. Sabri Lamouchi, he has won 5 of 15 championship matches in charge of Cardiff, a 33, which is 33%. So he'll be no doubt looking for another win to add to their tally. And the players are now gathering on the centre of the pitch for a tribute to somebody We'll let you know who it is, and that is Barry Webster, who passed away recently. So a minute's silence in honour of Barry Webster. I'm going to have to correct myself here. It was actually a minute's applause for Barry Webster, who recently passed away, aged 88, and he made over 200 appearances for Rotherham. Our referee tonight is Oliver Langford, and his assistant referee is Sean Hudson. Assistant referee Sean Hudson, his second assistant Mark Dwyer, and the fourth official is Matthew Donoghue. The team's now getting into a tactical huddle to discuss the strategies that they're going to use for the game. And Cardiff doing a bit of a last minute warm up. No huddles. No, they're not doing any huddles. Strangely, the players take the knee as one, and they get ready to kick off the match. It'll be Cardiff that will kick us off. They're playing in a combination of grey and black. Rotherham in red and white, and a bit of an incident going on between Jordan Hugill and a Cardiff player I couldn't see. I think Hugill appeared to push, and the referee is called for the game for a second start. And this time, away we go for this crucial match in the Championship between Rotherham and Cardiff at the ACL New York Stadium. The ball has now gone to Hugill, but it's quickly picked up by Cardiff, and Rotherham take advantage of the rebound. Hugill loses it to Callum O'Dowda, but O'Dowda concedes to Harding. And the ball has gone out of play for an early throw. Matt Taylor has won 7 out of 33 Championship matches as Rotherham manager. Just had a comment from Sam Trigg saying Bluebirds, so clearly a Cardiff fan, and a throw in from Cardiff saved by Rotherham, picked up by Victor Johansson. This is his 42nd appearance for the Millers this season. He kicks the ball out of goal, and it was sent forward to I think that was Ogbene. Yes, indeed, it is Ogbene. Ogbene passes to Harding. Nice cross by Harding, but the attempt at goal was cleared away by Cardiff. We'll check to see who it was that nearly scored. So Ogbene took the ball. Good team up between him and Harding, and that was across to Jordan Hugill, and Hugill's header was just palmed away by Jack Anick, and that has given Rotherham the chance to score with an early corner. It's Cohen Bramall to take the corner, and we now enter the second minute. Bramall raised his hand. He kicks the ball into the corner, into the goal area, but nothing comes of it. Unfortunately, that looked like Richard Wood. That looked like Richard Wood was on the verge of scoring for Rotherham, and the ball just seemed to miss everyone, or did it? I think it actually came off the head of Wood, and it just went past the goalpost. So after 2.5 minutes, it's still Rotherham 0, Cardiff 0, and you're listening to the Commentary Hub. We're live. We're also live on the Commentary Hub too, JB Sports and Storm FM. And you can also listen to us on Twitch as Cardiff looked like they were going to. As Cardiff looked like they're trying to make an attack. This is Marlon Romeo with the ball. Did really well to hold off Rotherham's defence. Now it's gone back to Romeo. Romeo was trying to cross to. Romeo looked like he was trying to cross to Kipre, but it was kept out very effectively by Rotherham. And I think it's a throw in now to the Millers, or is it Cardiff? No, it is Cardiff, and Cardiff get ready to take the throw by Romeo. Romeo throws to Kion Etete. Etete back to Romeo, but blocked by Rotherham, and I think that's Jordan Hugill with the ball. The ball has actually gone forward to Jordan Hugill. He's all on his own. He's tripped, but the ball was picked up. But the ball was picked up by Anik, and nothing comes for a penalty. We're just going to take another look at this on my monitor, and so it's Hugill with the ball. I think he was momentarily pushed, or I think he might have been pushed by Kipre, but Kipre lucky to get away with that. But Kipre lucky to get away with that, and Cardiff now have resumed control of the ball. It's Kipre passing to. I think that was Mark McGuinness. McGuinness passing downwards. The ball is now downwing, I should say. The ball was momentarily with Perrying, and the ball is now being crossed for. Well, the ball was, I think, picked up by Rotherham, but saved by Victor Johansson. Saved by Victor Johansson. Johansson clears the ball forward for Rotherham, but Cardiff do well to intercept. Good use of the foot by McGuinness, and McGuinness has given the ball to Sori Kabar, but intercepted by Rotherham. So it's still looking evenly matched between both sides after just over 5 minutes, and it's Cardiff on the attack again. The ball was being aimed towards Sori Kabar, but he was too far away, and that has now given Cardiff a corner. And Cardiff have taken just over 200 corners and only scored one. And in terms of corners, that ranks them 24th and last. Will they be able to add a second this time? And Perrying guessing is a bit of an argument with a Rotherham player. Couldn't see who it is. And the ball's now being sent in by the captain. Rules, but it goes over the bar. And the goal score still remains unbroken. So Rawl sent the ball in, and it was almost headed in goal by Sori Kabar, or was it? I think it was a deflection by Wood, and this was what happened earlier on. Yes, Wood did really well to clear the ball away that time. So the game now back in full swing as Rotherham tried to find a way to attack, but again repelled by Cardiff. Jordan Hugill has scored 5 goals in his last 9 appearances. Will he add more? So Kipre to Perrying, I think that was. And now the ball was with Bramall. Bramall passing to Anik. Now the ball's with Mark McGuinness, but passing up the wing towards Kipre, I should say. Yes, it's Kipre. Ing And Perrying now trying to cross to Etete, but the ball goes as far as Marlon Romeo. Romeo passing to Ing, and the ball has now found McGuinness. Now it's with the captain, Rawls. Rawls to yes, it was in fact with Rawls. I think that might have been Winslow. Marlon Romeo going for a shot on goal, but kept out by Victor Johansson. And after nearly 8 minutes, it's still Rotherham 0, Cardiff 0, although Rotherham look like they want to change that. It's Ogbene with the ball. Ogbene passed to the captain, Woods, and Ogbene momentarily fouled, and Ogbene was momentarily fouled, I think. I couldn't really quite tell what it was. It was difficult to see what happened. Okay, so Ogbene got into a tangle with O'Dowda, and O'Dowda just appeared to push him out of the way, and we'll just have to work out what they're going to do next. So the ball cleared away by Cardiff towards Rotherham, but Cardiff managed to take the ball back. Good, but Cardiff managed to take the ball back, and now the ball is with Kion Etete. Etete doing really well to hold off Cameron Humphreys. Humphreys to Marlon Romeo, and Romeo crossing down to, I think that was O'Dowda, but it was cleared away by Wes Harding, and so that will be another corner to Rotherham. Or I should say Cardiff, and I'm guessing a pronunciation check. It's actually Perry, and I've actually been pronouncing Perry Ungi wrong, and it's actually Ng a bit wrong. So it's actually Perry Ng, not Perrying. So thank you, Sam Trigg, for mentioning that. Corner by Cardiff, rebuffed by Rotherham, and so it will be a throw. So it'll be a throw in to the Bluebirds. Marlon Romeo throws to NG. Now back to Romeo. Romeo now passing the ball this time to, I think that was Jaden Philo-Janae. Back to NG. Now the ball's with Khan Etete, and Etete puts the ball in for Cardiff. The Bluebirds have taken the lead. Amazing. What an amazing last gasp header by Cardiff, and the travelling supporters show their appreciation for Etete, and that is his third of the season. We're now going to see how it ends, and that was a great delivery by NG, and Etete almost slipped up, but his header was well timed, and that has put Cardiff in the lead, and Sam's going mad with yeah. I think that's how you say it, but anyway, Cardiff now lead after just over 11 minutes. Rotherham have really got to peg them back before it's too late. Otherwise, they will have a mountain to climb. Throw in by Cardiff, and the ball now being passed around the Bluebirds. Marlon Romeo with the ball currently, but he's under pressure from Rotherham. Cardiff do well to hold on. Now the ball is being pushed forward by Rotherham, but Cardiff try to intercept, and now it's Naby Sarr, or should I say Sori Kabar trying to get the ball back, and as it stands, Cardiff will rise up to 18th in the championship, and that will put Rotherham ever closer to reaching the drop zone. With both sides currently 2 points 2 points ahead of Huddersfield. Don't forget. But right now it's a throw in to Cardiff taken by O'Dowda, but Rotherham do well to block, courtesy of Connor Coventry. Wonderful assist, but wonderful assist by NG, and Etese did really well to finish that one off. But Cardiff looking hungry for another. Rawls looked like he was going to send that one in, but it was deflected away by Wes Harding. 13 minutes in, it's Rotherham 0, Cardiff 1. But will it be another corner to Cardiff? No, it's just a throw-in. The Cardiff supporters still singing their hearts out. Rawls trying to cross to Kabar, but Kabar misses. Kabar to me didn't look like he knew the ball was there. And with no one to claim the ball, it's now given Rotherham a throw. Harding tries to throw it towards Hugo, but is blocked by O'Dowda, and Rawls intercepts the ball back to Cardiff. He passes to O'Dowda, but it's deflected out once again, and that will be another throw in to Cardiff, and this time it will be O'Dowda to throw. O'Dowda trying to signal to his teammates, and he throws. I think he was aiming for Perry and G, but it's been given away to Rotherham. Hugo tries to go after the ball, but Cardiff somehow managed to take it back, and it's now with Joe Rawls. Rawls passes to Mark McGuinness. McGuinness has to hold off Chidozie Ogbene, and he does so by trying to clear it out, although it is intercepted by Victor Johansson. For Rotherham United, this will not be how they want to end this. This will not be how they want to end the season. Almost 12 months ago, they promoted themselves from League One back to the Championship, and they could well be in danger of repeating that, and they could well be in danger of going down. To me, they're kind of like, but just as I say that, kind of Tete has taken the ball back for Cardiff. He's under pressure from Lee Peltier, and Peltier manages to tackle him. It's now with Don Hugill, and Hugill does really well to hold off Cardiff, but a pass to his teammates, Bramall is cleared away by Ryan Wintle. This was the header by Wood, and it was poorly given away to Kaina Tete, and Peltier pushed him. I couldn't see anything malicious. Maybe he just didn't have any room. But the ball almost given away by Cardiff to Rotherham, and the ball has now just ascended far away. Perry and G on Rathbone, I think it was. This was a foul I must have missed, and Rathbone. But the good thing is both players seem to be all right. Perry and G, the most touches and passes per 90 for Cardiff this season, and that delivery to Kaina Tete has really contributed to that. So throw in to Rotherham, but almost given away to Cardiff. It's gone out again, and it's gone out again for another throw. And after just over 17 minutes, it's still Rotherham 0, Cardiff 1. Throw in to be taken by Cardiff. Sabri Lamouchi shouting his instructions from the touchline, but to me he looks very cool, calm, and composed. Throw in to Rotherham this time, and it will be Bramall, to take the throw, which he does, and almost sends it forward to Ogbene, but the ball's intercepted by Cardiff. Headed by Rawls to Khan Etete. Etete passing to Keeper. Now back towards Etete, but the ball is deflected. But the ball is deflected over the line by Bramall, and so it will be another Cardiff throw. And in terms of shot conversion, Rotherham are way ahead of Cardiff with 12.3% in third. Cardiff are 24th with only 7.5. But to Cardiff, that stat won't matter right now, and it's another throw in to the Bluebirds. Marlon Romeo throws to Jaden Philo-Genet now to Perry and G, but given away to Rotherham, and the Millers thought they had it, but the referee blows his whistle. I think this involved Perry and G. Did he foul somebody? He did. It was Ogbene. I think he pulled his shirt, and to me that should not be allowed. But Perry and G lucky to get away with it. He should have been booked, in my view. Now the ball is loose, and it's been taken up by Cameron Humphreys, and Humphreys passing to Bramall, although Romeo slide tackled the ball away. Thrown to Rotherham to be taken by Bramall. Bramall takes a few steps back. He wants to make sure he has clear sight of whoever he's going to throw it to. He throws, but play is stopped as what looked to be a Rotherham player was pushed down. That might well have been Hugill. We'll just have to make sure if that is the case. Anyway, it's a Cardiff goal kick. Anik sends the ball away towards Kabar, but I think Khan Etete looked to be in an offside position. And yes, I can indeed confirm that Etete was offside. He looked too far ahead. He looked too far ahead of the Rotherham defenders, and a couple of the fans having a bit of fun with some rubber rings, normally with some inflatable rings, normally used in swimming pools. I don't know why. If you know why they use these things, then do please let me know. Sabri Lamouchi directing operations with his assistant managers and the Cardiff City fans, the Cardiff City fans still showing their voice. I think I saw one of them with a mask, with a diving mask and snorkel. Actually, two of them. But this is no time to go swimming, boys. So free kick to Rotherham, and the ball being kicked forward, and the ball now being kicked forward by Lee Peltier in towards the goal area. But Cardiff do well to defend. It's Marlon Romeo now with the ball for the Bluebirds, but he almost loses it, and but somehow Cardiff managed to regain control. But now it's with Ogbene for Rotherham. Ogbene Ogbene's looking for a way to get round Ryan Winsell. I think a teammate of his was shouting the ball back, was shouting for the ball to go in his direction. He didn't listen to him, and now Cardiff have the ball, but somehow it ends up with Joe Rawls, and the ball is now out for another throw. Philo Janae had the ball. It was Philo Janae had the ball, and he was pulled down. By Jamie Lindsay, and yes, another shirt pulling incident. To me, that should be a yellow card. Although if you think I'm being a bit too harsh, then let me know, please. As Jaden Philo Janae is shouting his disapproval at what just happened to him. The ball is now with Jamie Lindsay. Lindsay passing down wing to Peltier. Peltier passing back to Lindsay. Lindsay looking for a way around Rawls, but he has to pass up the wing to Cameron Humphreys. Humphreys to Hugel. Now the ball is with Bramall, back cleared away by Cardiff. Although Rotherham are still desperate for an equaliser, Cardiff are doing really well to defend there. As Kyan Etete looked like it was trying to go towards goal, brought down by Peltier, but the referee's saying play on, and the ball is still with Rotherham. The ball now with Ollie Rathbone. Rathbone passes down wing to Ogbene. I thought Rathbone was going to try and press forward, but it's not. But the ball is now currently with Ogbene. Ogbene now passing to Connor Coventry. Coventry tries to go for a shot, but it's saved by Anik, and that is after 24 and a half minutes, and Jack Anik doing really well, substituting for Ryan Alsop. This was the incident, but this was an earlier incident between Etete and Peltier. Yet again, nothing card worthy from this. Must have been the incident I saw earlier. The referee Langford has blown his whistle for something which I couldn't see. Which I don't know what for at this moment. It might be and Etete and Peltier having a go at each other verbally by the looks of it. But the game isn't. But the game has now resumed. It's Cardiff now on the attack for the second through Kabar, but deflected by Johansson, and the ball has ended up back with Rotherham. That was Johansson did really well to save what could well have been Cardiff's second goal, and the ball was I think aimed towards Chidozie Ogbene, but defended really well by Cardiff. It's Peltier passing to Richard Wood, the captain, and Wood has found Humphreys. Humphreys passes back to Coventry. Coventry to Woods. Now Coventry again, and the ball has now ended up back with Humphreys. Humphreys back to Coventry, and Coventry now passing to Wood. Wood now passes down wing to Peltier, and Peltier was aiming for Hugel, but defended really well by Cardiff. But Wes Harding has managed to keep the ball in the goal area. Now he passes to Ogbene. Ogbene crosses, missed by Hugel, but Rotherham still managed to hold on to the ball, I should say, as it's Humphreys to Humphreys, I think, passed to Coventry, but was almost intercepted by Cardiff. Now it's back with Rotherham, and Humphreys! Is this Rotherham's second goal? No! Hugel was inches away. Hugel looked inches away from scoring, but it still isn't to be. This was the earlier attempt on goal by Kabar. He was in the right place at the right time, but he was in the right place at the right time. But I think his shot was too late. Should have scored a fraction of a second before he tried. Anyway, Bramall takes the corner again for Rotherham. Will this be the equaliser for Rotherham? Headed cleared out by Atete. Cardiff are throwing every man they can at their goal, and it seems to have paid off. That was a wonderful header by Atete to keep the ball out of the Bluebirds' goal. And now the ball has gone over the line for a throw, and it will be Cameron Humphrey, and it will be Wes Harding, I beg your pardon, to take the throw for the Millers. We're almost 30 minutes in. It's still Rotherham 0, Cardiff 1, but that could change as what looks to be Rathbone tried to find someone to pass it to, but intercepted by Cardiff. Rotherham tried to attack, but Rotherham to me look like they're trying to put their best foot forward, but Cardiff are repelling every chance they get. Within the last 10 minutes, 40% of the action has been in the Cardiff City goal area, but that has made little difference. And after 29 minutes, it's still Rotherham 0, Cardiff 1. Cardiff managed to take the ball back, but Rotherham did really well to hold them off. Throwing now to Rotherham. I think Harding getting into a bit of a dispute with the Cardiff manager Sabri Lamouchi. This could turn nasty. Luckily Langford's doing his best to try and sort the situation out. So I think Harding was shouting at the Cardiff assistant manager, "Get out of my way!" And the Cardiff assistant manager, he is absolutely furious. And he just won't go away. And even Palsier's coming over to have a go at him. And Atete ushering him. Calmly ushering him away, and rightly so. And that is a yellow card for the Cardiff assistant manager. We'll try and work out his name in a minute. And this really will have put a spanner. And this really will have caused a delay in proceedings. It's actually former player Sol Bamba. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a disgraceful example to set in front of everybody at the AC or New York Stadium. Throw into Rotherham, though, and it will be Wes Harding to take the throw. Which he does. Now the ball is with Jordan Hugill. Hugill tripped up by Cardiff, but that attempt by Cardiff comes to naught, and it's a throw in again to Rotherham. Harding to once again take the throw. Harding throws to Ogbene, I think it was, but the ball's deflected out, and it was given back to Harding, and that was a double effort by Atete and O'Dowda to push him out, and that will be another throw, to Rotherham. Harding throws for the Millers, but the ball cleared away by Cardiff. The ball is now back with Rotherham. It goes to Johansson through Humphreys, and Johansson And Johansson tries to send the ball forward to Hugel, I think it was, but intercepted by Cardiff. And that looked like Cedric Kipre. I think he stepped on the foot of somebody. Couldn't see who. Excuse me, but it's gone out for a throw. Harding to take the throw. Harding to take the throw yet again for Rotherham, which he does. He throws to I think that was Richard. He threw to I think that was Ollie Rathbone. Yes, indeed it was. And that will be and that will result in a throw in this time to Cardiff. 33 minutes gone. Still Rotherham United 0, Cardiff City 1. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. We're also on the Commentary Hub 2, JB Sports and Storm FM. You can also hear us on our Twitch channel. As yet again a Rotherham throw goes amiss, and it's actually raining at the ACL New York Stadium. Thrown this time by Cardiff, and the ball is now with Sori Kabar, but given away to Rotherham and almost taken back by Cardiff and Marlon Romeo. And Rotherham have the highest percent of long passes with 24.1. Throw in by Rotherham towards Ollie Rathbone, but intercepted by Cardiff. It's now Cedric Kipre to Ryan Winsall. Now back to Kipre. Kipre tries to hold on to the ball but loses it. It's now gone. It's now back with Cardiff, and the ball should have been picked up. And the ball should have been picked up by the Rotherham defence and played further forward. But no, they had to miss it, and it was. But no, they had to miss it, and it was Peltier, who almost had it. So a goal kick to Rotherham to be cleared away, but to be cleared out by Johansson. Johansson tries to give the ball to Harding, but it's a throw in. But Harding takes the throw. Ball now with O'Dowda for Cardiff, but almost given away back to Rotherham. And the ball is now gone loose, almost picked up by Harding. Now the ball's given to Cardiff. It's a forward cross to Marlon Romeo, but the ball's been cleared out of danger by Richard Wood. It's now Chidozie Ogbene, but Ogbene loses it to Kipre. Kipre now to Gabar. Now back to Kipre. Kipre loses it to Ogbene. Ogbene tries to hold on for Rotherham. He does. Good work by Ogbene. But just as I say that, Cardiff try to intercept the ball and it goes, but it's still in Rotherham hands with Peltier. Peltier passed to Humphreys, or I should say Richard Wood. The ball's still with Wood. He passes down to Peltier, and a forward cross by Peltier to Hugel. I think it is. Yes, indeed, it was Hugel, but deflected out by Cardiff for a throw. Cardiff to me are becoming too aggressive. And today's the equaliser for Rotherham. It's Chidozie Ogbene. There is still hope for the Millers yet. Much like Kion Etese earlier, Chidozie Ogbene just timed his moment to perfection. And as a result has levelled for Rotherham. Nice delivery into the goal area by Harding, and Ogbene's header was well timed. That is his ninth, I should say, of the season in 41 appearances. The ball could have been picked up by Wood, but the ball could have been picked up by Wood, but there was no need for that. And Ogbene's finish was just what Rotherham needed. We're now less than 10 minutes from half time, and it's a throw in to Cardiff. Perry and G picks up the ball for the Bluebirds. It almost goes to Kabar. The ball is now back with Mark McGuinness, or should that be, or is that Ryan Winsall? Yes, it was Winsall. No, it was McGuinness. McGuinness to Cedric Keepray. Now Perry and G trying to cross to, and G was trying to do a long range pass to somebody I couldn't see, but Rotherham managed to take it back, and it's now with Jordan Hugill. Hugill keeps the ball. Hugill keeps hold of the ball, but it's offside. He's offside. That I think is the second offside this match. And poor Jack Anick he could do nothing to save Chidozie Ogbene's goal. The ball this time has gone over the line for a throw to Rotherham. Cardiff were in front. Cardiff were in front earlier on, but Rotherham appears to have caught up with them. And Chidozie Ogbene is now the top scorer, coincidentally, for the Millers. But the ball has now been intercepted by Ollie Rathbone. It's Rathbone for Rotherham. I'm sorry, we appeared to be having some. We appeared to have technical difficulties. Anyway, we're back online now for a corner to Rotherham. You didn't miss much. You didn't miss much while I was temporarily away, and with some 5 minutes until half time, it's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. Do not forget, we've got Blackpool against Millwall with myself and John JB Stuttard. But a free kick has been given. But I think it's a free kick to Rotherham right now, or is it Cardiff? No, it's a Cardiff free kick. And it's going to be NG to take the free kick for the Bluebirds. He waits. He backs away. He backs away ever so slightly from the ball. He times his moment. He kicks it forward into the goal area, but Rotherham are right on the button with their defensive skills. And the ball is still with the Millers. It's being passed forward to Ogbene, but defended by Cardiff. Cardiff have somehow managed to take it back, but offside against Kion Etete. What must be going for through Sabri Lamouchi's mind, and as things stand in the Championship right now, Rotherham and Cardiff will leapfrog QPR. So Rotherham and Cardiff will leapfrog QPR, but but their safety will still be far from certain. The ball is now out for a Rotherham throw. If you know the permutations better than I do, then do please get in touch. It'll be Wes Harding to take the throw for Rotherham, and Harding throws, but it comes to nothing. I think Hugo looked like he was going to try and head it in for the Millers, but nothing came of it. Anik will clear the ball out of the Cardiff. Anik will clear the ball out of the Cardiff goal area. In fact, he rolls it to Cedric Kipre. We're now into the 43rd minute with some 2 minutes to go. I have a feeling that we are going to go slightly over time because of the incident which resulted in Sol Bamba's yellow card. Goal kick to be taken by Johansson. Goal kick to be taken by Johansson for Rotherham. The rain is now falling ever so harder at the New York Stadium, but the ball headed away by Winsell for Cardiff, and in fact pushed down, I think, was Connor Coventry. I couldn't see who fouled him, but Rotherham now have a free kick. Will they be able to provide a better free kick? Will they be able to provide a free kick better than Cardiff? Kipre and NG stand. Kipre and NG make up the defensive wall. Who will take the free kick for Rotherham? It looks to me as though it will be Connor Bramall to take the free kick for the Millers, which he does. He tries to he kicks it forward to Wood, but Wood misses the ball. We're now approaching 20 seconds of normal time in the first half left. Despite this game looked like it was going to be Cardiff's for much of the first half, but Rotherham pulled back some 10 minutes later, and we're now into the 45th minute after the ball's cleared away by Anik. 2 minutes of added on time have been given, and Cardiff looked like they were going for a chance. Penalty to Cardiff. Penalty to Cardiff, according to the referee. Although I'm not sure, and it didn't look like anybody was fouled. I think both Kipre and Coventry just got caught up in the grass and slipped. Was there any physical contact between the two? Their feet might have just touched, but from what I can see on my monitor, it is a penalty to Cardiff, and they have missed the most penalties this season, equal with Ipswich, and that's the whole 92 clubs in the EFL, and they've missed yet again. Etate had a golden opportunity to get Cardiff back in the lead, but he's blown it, and that could well put them more at risk in the second half. Or in fact, it wasn't Etate; it was Sori Kabar. It clipped the top of the crossbar. Unlucky for Cardiff, and the fans just can't believe he missed. Throw-in to be taken by Rotherham. We are going to go even over. We are going to go even over time, or should I say added on time? But the halftime whistle has been blown. I think. Just going to wait for official confirmation. And yes, indeed, it is half time. Cardiff had the early advantage, but Rotherham equalised, and to me it's been a rather messy first half. It's been a messy first half full of drama. Will one side be victorious in the second half? Halftime score at the New York Stadium: Rotherham United 1, Cardiff City 1. Well, it's time for a break, but we'll be back just before the start of the second half. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Rotherham against Cardiff, and a substitution is being made. Jack Simpson in place of Callum O'Dowda. The game is getting ready to be restarted. It'll be Rotherham to kick us off this time, and we're underway for the second half. We're underway for the second half between Rotherham United and Cardiff City. And the ball now with Cardiff. That looked to me like it was Kyan Atete, which it was, and Atete towards Marlon Romeo, but Romeo loses it to a Peltier for Cardiff. That was a nasty attack. That was a nasty tackle by Cedric by Jayden Philo-Genet. That looked very brutal in. That looked very brutal in my view. Heaven only knows what the referee is going to make of that. That was a poor delivery by Marlon Romeo, and nobody seemed to know that the ball was there. So ball cleared out of the Rotherham goal by Johansson, but it was deflected away by Cardiff. So it's a throw in this time to Rotherham. And it's Wes Harding to take the throw for the Millers, headed by Cardiff this time. Now it's with Connor Coventry, but he loses it to Parry and G to Sori Kabar, but it's over the line. Will this one can only hope, and I mean, both sides can only hope that they will not, and both sides can only hope they will not go away with just a point. Clearly, Rotherham and Cardiff wants a goal, and it's Harding trying to pass to Hugill in the 18-yard box, But Jack Anick was easily able to save that one. Cardiff still have the ball though, and the ball now being played forward to Kyan Atete, but taken away by Rotherham, I should say. And the ball now still with the Millers. That looked like Rathbone was pushed down. No, it wasn't. It was Hugill, and Hugill appeared to have been pushed. And Hugill appeared to have been fouled by Ryan Wintle. Just going to take a look on my monitor. I think it might have actually been Rawls. But I didn't get an official confirmation. So free kick to Rotherham United, and it will be Connor Coventry to take the free kick, which he does. He kicks the ball in towards Wes Harding, and now it's with but Rotherham still managed to keep hold of the ball, though it's still in the 18-yard box. Cardiff defend and then finally send it out. Ball from Bramall to Connor Humphreys, and Humphreys looked like he was going for a long-range shot, but saved by Jack Anick. So three and a half minutes in, and we're at 3 minutes in. So 3.5 minutes. So just over 3.5 minutes in, and we're full of plenty of drama. As Rotherham still managed to keep hold of the ball, but a Cardiff player has gone down. It's Ryan Wintle. Difficult. It's I couldn't really see who fouled him, but I will do in a moment or two. It was Ollie Rathbone. I think that looked like an elbow to the face, and that looked very extreme. Ryan Wintle trying to give his side of the story. And the referee appears to have listened, but no card given to Ollie Rathbone. Free kick to Cardiff. Will they be able to convert this free kick to goal? Will they be able to convert this free kick into a goal? They'll need to after missing that penalty towards the end of the first half, but nothing comes of it. but nothing comes of it, unfortunately for them, as Rotherham do really well to defend, but they've given the ball away to Cardiff and Anik kicks the ball forward, but it's given away to Cardiff. Now it's with Harding for Rotherham. Harding passes to Bramall. Now it's given away to Cardiff again, and Tete going for a long shot, but saved by Victor Johansson. To me, that looked like a goal. To me, that looked like an opportunity presented to Tete on a silver plate, but he just couldn't. But the luck was against him. And after just over 5.5 minutes in this game, it's after just over 5.5 minutes in the second half. It's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1. But the Millers looked like they were going to. But the Millers looked like they were going to try and push forward. But now Cardiff have taken the ball back. It's now Sori Kabar trying to hold off Woods, but nothing doing. And that was a good interception by Wood. But it's given a Cardiff a throw, and the ball is now firmly with Perry and G held off Ollie Rathbone really well, and the ball is still with the Bluebirds. It's Rawls passing down wing to Marlon Romeo, and Romeo trying to cross the ball in towards Sori Kabar, but kept out by Rotherham. Cardiff regain control, and it's Perry and G crossing forward to Sori Kabar. It's Kabar with the ball for Cardiff, but fouled inside the 18-yard box by Cameron Humphreys. A shake of the head by Kabar. He knows that was an opportunity miss, and I think Humphreys might have pulled on his shirt, or did he slip up? I think Kabar slipped up, and that was almost the chance. And that was almost the chance to redeem himself after missing that penalty earlier on. Rotherham have now regained the ball, but it's been given away to. I think that was Kipre, or was it Falaginet? No, it was Falaginet. It's a corner to Rotherham, and that will be taken by Cohen Bramall. And an argument going on inside the 18-yard box as everyone trying to push and shove their way into the correct position. Lots of pushing and shoving and arguing, and the referee trying to calm proceedings down. That looked like Romeo trying to explain to the referee his side of the argument, and Wood getting into a bit of a tangle with Cedric Kipre. This could turn nasty, that could have turned out very nasty indeed. And Chidozie Ogbene now having a chat with the referee. I think he might well have been involved. I think he's made up with Kion Itese. That almost looked like a full-on wrestling match between these two. And Cohen Bramall has had to wait patiently for the corner, but his patience has not paid off, as Cedric Kipre did really well to head the ball away, and it still remains 1-1 between these two, but it looks like another corner to Rotherham. Although yes, it is, and that's Connor Coventry, and Coventry blazes it over everyone. And I think that looked like almost another argument inside the goal area, but but from what I can tell, so far nobody has been punished. The ball goes up, and it's but an offside flag. But an offside flag has gone against Rotherham. Or should that be Cardiff? No, it is. No, it wasn't. No, it was Cardiff, and that was almost a foul on Philo Janae. How he managed to stay up, I just do not know. Perry NG for Cardiff, but given away to Connor Coventry, and almost passed to Chidozie Ogbene, but he was cut off, and Ogbene clearly not happy. So that will be a goal kick to Rotherham. Sabri Lamushi shouting from the touchline, and Sol Bamba, if he doesn't watch out, he will be banned from the touchline. So he's got to keep his temper. And the ball is now with Kipre for Cardiff. He does a long range across to Kion Atete. Atete passing to Rawls, but given away to Rotherham, and it's almost picked up by Hugill. Hugill gives the ball away to Cardiff, or does he? No, he holds on to the ball. It's Hugill for Rotherham, but deflected by Mark McGuinness. And after just over 56 minutes overall, it's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1. And a throw in to Rotherham to be taken by Wes Harding. And is this the chance for Rotherham's second? No. Defended by Cardiff, but it's Chidozie Ogbene now with the ball, and he's pushed to the ground by I think that was Romeo, and Ogbene understandably upset. Unnecessary push in the back by Romeo, and Ogbene clearly, and Ogbene I think was trying to have words with Amal and Romeo, but Romeo calmly walking away, ignoring him. So free kick to Rotherham. And it's going to be Cohen Bramall to take the free kick, and almost sent in goal by Hugill, but he slipped up. A lot of players have been doing that so far due to the wet grass, and that was very much opportunity missed by Hugill. And this will be yet another corner, to the Millers. It'll be Bramall to take the corner, and he kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, cleared away though by Cardiff, and Cedric Kipre is going for the ball, but concedes to Rotherham, and but Cardiff managed to take it back. It's Kion Atete for Cardiff, but pulled back by Ollie Rathbone, and that was very unnecessary. The referee giving him a yellow card, quite rightly so. And Rathbone, I think, pulled him by the arm and just dragged him to the ground, and that's his eighth card of the season. And for me, there are no words to describe the conduct between both sets of. And for me, there are just no words to describe the conduct between both sets of players. That is not how a game of football should be played. Perry Ng to take the free kick for Cardiff in the 59th minute. Everyone trying to find the ideal position to sight the ball, but the ball's now been kicked by NG, saved though by Rotherham. Cardiff tried to get it back but couldn't. Now Cardiff have it through Romeo, who passes to Jack Anik, but Cardiff should have taken the ball earlier in my view, and Anik now sending the ball forward, this time to I think that was Phylogene, although it's offside. Anik did really well with the goal kick, but Phylogene was a lot. But Phylogene, or was that Etete, was a long way offside, or was it? No, in fact, it was Sori Kabar. Both Kabar and Etete have similar hairstyles. Just past the hour mark, it's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1, and you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. We're also on the Commentary Hub too. JB Sports and Storm FM. You can also find us on our Twitch channel. And it will be a throw in to Rotherham through Connor Coventry, I think. Connor Coventry looks like he will be getting ready to take the throw in, and both Michael O'Neill and Keith Andrews, representing Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, keeping an eye on potential players that could well be in their squad in the not too distant future. As Cardiff now take the ball back through Mark McGuinness, although he might have pulled another player on the shirts, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, it's Rules now with the ball, but given away to Peltier. Yes, Peltier, but Cardiff now have the ball back. It's Cedric Kipre passing down wing to Perry NG. NG now to Kion Etete to Romeo, but deflected over the line by Bramall. Throw in to Cardiff and Perry NG. Perry NG throws to I think that what to Romeo, but it goes over the line again. It goes over the line again for a throw, and to me that looks like it will be Bramall to take the throw again. That looks like a Rotherham substitute getting himself ready. In fact, make that two. We'll let you know who they are. We'll let you know who they are should they get ready to come on. And one of them appears to be Georgie Kelly. He has scored 4 goals as a substitute, just one behind Manuel Benson of Burnley. He's equal with Reading's Lucas Zhao and West Brom's Brandon Thomas Asante. Anyway, back to the here and now. The ball with Cardiff, and it's just been dinked to Jack Anik through Cedric Kipre. And as things stand in the Championship right now, Rotherham and Cardiff will go past QPR and will be ahead of them on goal difference. But their Championship safety is still far from certain. It's Rotherham with the ball currently through Cameron Humphreys to Rathbone, but crossed forward though by I think that was Lindsay to Hugill, but Hugill was tackled by Jack Anik. It's Cardiff now back with the ball. Joe Rawls passing down to Cedric, passing down wing to Cedric Kipre to Mark McGuinness. And McGuinness passing down wing, I should say, now to NG. And it's NG to I think that was Ryan Winsell, but Rotherham managed to re-intercept. I beg your pardon, it was Kion Etete at the ball momentarily. Now it's with Peltier passing to Connor Coventry. He's under pressure from Etete. Now it's with Jamie Lindsay. Lindsay passing the ball around now towards Bramall. Bramall now to Humphreys. Now it's with Bramall, but it was deflected away by Romeo for a Rotherham throw. Bramall gets ready to take the throw for Rotherham. He's waiting to time his moments. He throws, but headed away, but headed by Cardiff, and the ball has now been picked up by Cameron Humphreys, who just sends it over the line. That will be another Cardiff throw. It's Periangi to take the throw for Cardiff City. And he throws to Marlon Romeo. Romeo passing to NG, but given away to Cameron Humphreys, and the ball is over. And once again the ball goes over the line. But the crucial thing is which way did it go? We will find out, and we'll find out shortly. It's another, and this time, yet again, it's a throw into Cardiff. Romeo throws to Wintle, but headed out by Bramall, and Cardiff once again take another throw in, and they didn't waste any time over that. NG with the ball for the Bluebirds, and NG trying to pass to Atete, but he only goes as far as Rules. Rules goes for a shot, but it blazes over the crossbar, and that looks like a Rotherham substitute coming on. It's Georgie Burns. And he will come on in place of Jordan Hugill. Jordan Hugill departs the pitch to rapturous applause from the Millers supporters. And on will come Georgie Kelly. That will be his 29th appearance this season. And onto the pitch he comes. With 67 minutes in, it's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1. So Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1, with 23 minutes to go until full time. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in those 23 minutes. And it's Rotherham with the ball. Kelly, Kelly right in the thick of it from when since he first came on. Now it's Kelly with the ball. Is he going to make it? No, is the answer. And the ball just rolls away wide. Kelly should have gone from a shot at another angle, but he just missed, and that is the most. And he has the most shots and touches in the opposite box per 90 for the Millers this season. Ball now still with Rotherham. It's Peltier, but he loses it to Cardiff. It's Atete, and Atete tackled from behind by Ollie Rathbone. I think it was. I think that was a blow to the head. And no, in fact, it wasn't. It was Cameron Humphreys. I think he just appeared. I think he just headbutted him from behind, but he doesn't get a card. Anyway, Cardiff tried to fight back, but nothing doing so far. And it's Jack Anick to clear the ball out for Cardiff, but he gives it away, unfortunately, to Rotherham. But luckily for him, it goes over the line, so it will be a throw to Cardiff. And I think another Rotherham player looks like it's going to come on. It's Tariq Fosu. We'll let you know when he does come on. So throw into Cardiff, and a Bluebirds player has been fouled. That looked to me like it was Sori Kabar. I couldn't see who fouled him. The Rotherham manager Matt Taylor giving some words of advice to Tariq Fosu. And and I think Cardiff are, and it looks like Cardiff are going to make their first substitution as well. So off comes Ollie Rathbone, and on will come Tariq Fosu, and that will be his 17th. That'll be his 17th appearance this season. The man on loan from Brentford in the Premier League, and this was the earlier attempt on goal, and this was the penalty attempt by Sori Kabar. And had he aimed a few inches lower, that could have been Cardiff's second goal. But as it happens, he will have no chance to redeem himself. And onto the pitch, a welcome return for Connor Wickham, who's back after a lengthy spell of injury. And Rotherham now have the ball through Jamie Lindsay. Jamie Lindsay was aiming for Georgie Kelly, but defended really well by Cardiff. Now it's with Tariq Fosu. Tariq Fosu enters the 18-yard box. He tries to go around the Cardiff defenders, but nothing doing. And the ball has been cleared forward to Victor Johansson. Johansson giving the ball away back to Cardiff. And that will be a throw, and that's a throw into the Bluebirds. It'll be Marlon Romeo to take the free kick, and the Rotherham players standing up, in applause in the 71st, minute. We'll check out why they're doing that as and when we can. But in the meantime, play goes on, and it's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 2. Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1 after 72 minutes. And Georgie Kelly looked like he was being pulled from behind, but nothing doing. And now it's with Chidozie Ogbene trying to go around Jack Simpson. Jack Simpson, I think, was the substitute who came on for Cardiff, and that was in place of Sori Kabar. But Cardiff now have taken the ball back. It's I think Philo Janae passing this time to Perry NG to Romeo. Now back to NG, and NG crossing forward to Kion Etete, but Etete fails to grab the ball in time, and it's a save by Victor. Yeah, that's a save by Victor Johansson. A draw for both sides, need I remind you, will guarantee them just a fraction of safety. But will it be enough to keep them in the Championship at the end of the season? As Cardiff now have the ball through Marlon Romeo. Now it's with Perry. Now it's with NG. NG passing to I think that was Connor Wickham. Yes, indeed it was. Wickham to Joe Rourke to Wintle. Now it's Jack Simpson. Jack Simpson just couldn't try and get hold of the ball. And Cardiff have had most attacking error, and Cardiff have had 54% attacks in the far right of the goal area. Rotherham have had 50% in the top left, if you see what I mean. Anyway, play still goes on after 74.5 minutes. It's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1, and it's Tariq Fosu now. It's Tariq Fosu with the ball, but he loses it to Cardiff. And coming after the ball now is Mara Romeo and Johansson. And Johansson stepping out of goal to clear the ball away. To me, that it's sometimes that's a bit unwise, but he had to do what he had to do to keep the ball out, and his reflexes were spot on. NG with the throw, but passed back by Winsell. And Rotherham have now retaken the ball through Wes Harding. It goes to Georgie Burns, but cleared away by Jack Anik. Anik gives the ball away to Rotherham, but it's been taken back by Cardiff, and now it's been retaken by Ogbene, but it's out of play. And to me that just won't be enough. So with less than 15 minutes to go, it's a corner. It's a corner to Cardiff, or is it a free kick? No, it's a free kick. Free kick. Well, and the free kick looks like it will be taken by Jack Simpson. We'll confirm who it is. We'll confirm who it is as and when I can. It's not Jack Simpson. It looks like it will be. I can't see who it is, but anyway, Higgin comes the ball into the 18-yard box, but kept out by Rotherham, and Ryan Winsell tries to go for a shot. Trying to go for a cross towards Atete, but the ball was saved by Victor Johansson, and a Rotherham player has gone down. And the referee comes over to see what's wrong. It's Ollie Rathbone I think it's Ollie Rathbone by the looks of it. Has he done something to his leg? No, it's Connor Coventry. It's Connor Coventry. The physios are coming over to have a look at him. I think he might have a strain in his leg, or is it his hamstring? Another Rotherham substitute looks like he's going to get ready to come on. I can tell from the back of his shirt that it's Ben Wiles as Atete takes advantage to have a bit of a drink, and that was his wonderful header after just over 10 minutes. But Rotherham pulled it back nearly 30 minutes later. So it's still very much even Stevens as we tick down towards 90 minutes. And off the pitch will come Chidozie Ogbene, and the physio is still looking up. The physio is still looking over Coventry. He appears to be all right, but will he have to be substituted as well? A couple of Rotherham substitutes look like they're going to get ready to come on. Coventry is back up on his feet, but he's walking very slowly. He's hobbling. He appears to be in pain, and that's but just as I say that, he springs back into action, and he's ready to keep on playing. Ben Wiles making final preparations before he gets ready to come on. Don't forget, coming up on the commentary hub tomorrow, it's a match between two clubs at both ends of the table. Millwall vying for a place in the playoffs. Blackpool trying to get out of the relegation zone. Join myself and JB Stuttard on the commentary hub tomorrow night. As back to the here and now, and a Cardiff player has gone down. It's Perry NG. Perry NG has been Perry and G has been right in the thick of it this evening. He gets back up, takes less time to get up than Connor Coventry. Was pulled. I think he was pulled in the back by Georgie Kelly. Kelly doesn't appear to be too bothered about this. So nothing will go against him. Goal kick, ball sent away though by I think that was Jack Anick, and that was almost an attempt on goal by Cardiff, but it was deflected away by Rotherham. Good use of the body by Peltier, and the scoreline still remains the same. Corner though to Cardiff. Will this be the chance? Could this be the chance for them to edge themselves further ahead? But the ball is cleared away by Peltier. Rotherham are just not making it easy for Cardiff. Rotherham are just not making it easy for Cardiff tonight. Remember, Cardiff have won 7 out of a possible 15 points in their last few games. And Cardiff now trying to go for another attempt on goal, but Rotherham still trying to keep it out, and that was almost sent in by Ryan Wintle with less than 10 minutes to go. Both sides have now got to throw everything. Have now got to throw caution to the wind if they want to come away the winners. That was the earlier attempt by Philo Genet. Good use of the body by Peltier to clear it up. Good use of the body by Peltier to clear the ball away. Now it's with Peltier for Rotherham, headed by Kelly. Now it's gone to Chidozie or Bene by the looks of it. Now it was sent back down to Wes Harding, but Harding judged to have been offside. I'll take another look at it on my monitor, and yes, I can see that Harding was definitely offside. Harding trying to protest his innocence, but the referee will not be listening to him. And it's still raining very hard, and it's still raining very hard at the New York City Stadium, and I think that's Cohen Bramall down on the ground. Is he hurt? Is he hurt? I'm not sure he is. I don't know if he is, but Hjalde looks like he's going to get ready to come on. That's Leo Hjalde. And I think another player is going to come on as well. Domingos Quina. So Hjalde, Wiles, and Quina get ready to look like they're going to come on. And in fact, I'm mistaken. It's Lee Peltier. Who was down on the ground instead of Cohen Bramall. So it's Peltier. Yes, so it looks like it'll be Peltier to come off the pitch. Which indeed he will. Shakes the hand of Perry NG, and with 6 minutes to go, it's still Rotherham 1, Cardiff 1. I thought there would be a goal, but I thought there would be a goal in the second half, but both sides have still managed to keep each other at bay. Keena on for Peltier and Wiles on for Coventry. We'll let you know if and when Leo Hjalde I'll let you know if when Leo Hjalde comes on. But there's still everything to play for it. But there's still everything to play for it. There's still everything to play for in the. There's still everything to play for in the next few minutes. It's now the ball. Now it's going to be a throw. Now it's going to be a throw in to Rotherham, and he throws to Joe Rawls, and Jack Simpson's still trying to get hold of the ball, but it's been cleared up. But it's been sent away by Ogbene. And that will have given Cardiff a corner again. I think they've had more. Cardiff have had more than their fair share of corners throughout this game. As Rawls sends the ball into the 18-yard box, but defended by Rotherham. And now Cardiff look like they're going to try and go for another chance, but headed out by Bramall for Rotherham. And now it's with Wes Harding, but given away to Kion Atete. The referee blows the whistle. Something has happened that's caught his attention. And I think that was Fosu on Wintle. Yes, Fosu. I think Fosu might have elbowed. And I think Fosu might have elbowed Wintle. Fosu trying to plead innocence, but Ryan Wintle is okay, and that has given another free kick to Cardiff. Will they be able to turn things around with this free kick? And it goes as far as Mark McGuinness, and now it's with Ryan Wintle, but kept up by Rotherham this time. Cardiff are still hungry for it, and Cardiff have retaken the lead. And that is through Cedric Kipre. Cardiff could well be on the verge of virtually staying in the Championship. I did think there would be a goal in the second half, and I was right. And that is Kipre's second of the season. The man on loan from West Brom. Rotherham did their best to try and keep it out, but Kipre just said thank you very much and just fired it in with his left foot, I should say, when he needed to. Superb finish. It was his right foot, I beg your pardon. He did, and the ball just went through, Cohen Bramall like he wasn't there. And the Cardiff players really happy about this, and so is Kipre with Sol and Sol Bamba, and plenty of Cardiff fans, young and old, can celebrate this, and I'm pretty sure our listening friend Sam Trigg will be very pleased with that one as well. Free kick though to Rotherham, and Rotherham, will they be able to defend? Cardiff, will they be able to defend? Yes, they will. And that was a good use of the fists by Jack Anick, but it's still not over yet, as Mark McGuinness appears to have been fouled inside the box. I couldn't really see who's fouled him. He's clutching his head. He must have been clocked or punched. The physio's coming over to take a look. We'll now take another look at it, and it was his own goalkeeper, Jack Anick. He didn't realise McGuinness was in his way, and that was clearly accidental, unintentional. But what more can you say about that magnificent goal by Cedric Kipre right at the last possible moment when he needed to, and that has just got to be one of the best last-minute goals I have ever seen. We're into the 90th minute, and 7 minutes have been added on, and that's it. And I'm sure is to do with those injuries and substitutes. And as things stand, Cardiff will move up to 18th. Rotherham will be 20th, just 2 points ahead of Huddersfield, 3 clear of Reading, and that will put their position in the Championship at great risk. Sabri Lamouchi for now will, I'm sure, now be a happy man. But those extra minutes could be a lifeline for Rotherham United. And the ball is now with Keener, but he loses it to Cardiff, and it's now regained by Cameron Humphreys. Humphreys towards Fosu, but the ball actually bounced off the referee of all people. I think the referee was actually in the ball's way. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. But whilst the action has been good, you have to call. Whilst the action on the pitch has been good, you have to call into question. The rows between both sets of Rotherham and Cardiff players as Romain Sawyer comes on in place. Romain Sawyer comes on in place of Jaden Philo-Genet. Whenever there was those arguments inside both sets of goal areas, I just can't say anything other than the actions of those players, other than the actions of both sets of players, were completely despicable. What an example to set in front of people. Jamie Lindsay goes down, it was deflected by Cardiff, which gave Rotherham a throw. It's now with Cameron Humphreys. Humphreys passing to, I think that was Wes Harding, but Rotherham now looking for an equaliser through Georgie Kelly. Sent away though by Cedric Kipre. Rotherham have another chance, but Cardiff do really well to deflect that one away, and a Rotherham player has gone down. It's Wes Harding, and that will give me the chance to possibly think of my player of the match. And it was actually a punch on Kayana Tete, but Harding got the worst of it, and here is my player of the match. It's Cedric Kipre of Cardiff. The way he just scored was just magic. So my player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, is Cedric Kipre. As Rotherham now have the ball. We've now got around 3 minutes of injury. We've got almost 3 minutes of injury time left as a Cameron Humphreys passes the ball to I think that's Wes Harding, or is it? No, it's Chidozie Ogbene. Anyway, the ball now headed up by Ryan Winsell. Now it's with Humphrey again. Humphrey trying to hold off Winsell. Now it's with Jamie Lindsay. Lindsay back to Ogbene. Ogbene going for a long range shot towards Wood, but punched away palmed away, I should say, by Jack Anick, and Wood almost had it. Just going to take another look at it on my monitor, and it was good use of the palms by Jack Anick, doing really well, standing in for the injured Ryan Alsop, and great goal celebration for Cedric Keeper. That wonder strike clearly made him my man of the match, my player of the match, I should say, as sponsored by commentary services. With around 90 seconds to go. With around 90 seconds to go, Rotherham are running out of time to get an equaliser. Sabri Lamouchi knows that Cardiff could well be on the way, will inevitably be on the way to receiving those 3 points, virtually guaranteeing them safety in the Championship for another year. Ogbene with the ball though for Rotherham. They have less than 50 seconds to grab an equaliser. Now the ball is with Dominigos Kina. Kina tries to go for a shot, but saved by Jack Anick. This could well be Rotherham's last chance at a goal. And with around 30 seconds to go, surely it's all over for Rotherham now. And Jack Anick looking for the correct angle to clear the ball out. Rotherham take it back, but it's now with Cardiff. It's Cameron Humphreys now with the ball, but it's been given to Victor Johansson. Johansson wastes no time in rolling the ball out of goal to Wes Harding. But for Rotherham, it's surely too late now. And that was Dominigos Kina looked like he was trying to set up somebody, but it just wasn't to be. Cardiff looked like for the majority of the match looked like they were going to be overpowered by Rotherham, but they rode their coattails and were able to score that incredible goal. Just a few minutes before the end of the game. And it clears the ball out of goal, but it doesn't matter anymore. Full time will be, I'm sure, just mere moments away. We've now gone slightly over than was planned as Cardiff take the throw, and there it is, full time at the New York Stadium. It's Cardiff. It's victory for Cardiff. They will stay in the Championship for another season. Sabri Lamouchi is one happy man. And I'm sure the rest of the staff and the players will be happy as well. None more so than Kion Etete and Cedric Keeper. Their goals crucial. Their goals scored at a crucial time in the season. But for Rotherham, they fell behind Cardiff for much of the first half. They managed to claw their way back and were in the driving seat for much of the second half. But Kion Etete's wonder strike just completely overpowered them, and they are edging ever closer to falling into the drop zone. They have to be careful. they have to be careful that they don't. They have to be careful that they don't drop too many points in their remaining matches of the season. Final score at the New York Stadium: Rotherham United 1, Cardiff City 2. Well, that just about wraps up our coverage on the Commentary Hub. But don't forget, tomorrow, join myself and JB for what could be a more decisive match between Blackpool and Millwall as Blackpool fight to escape the relegation zone, and Millwall tries to push themselves closer to the playoffs. It might have rained tonight, just as it did just over a month ago. But not even the rain could call this match off. Good night.